Greetings, Episcopalians of the Diocese of South Carolina. Easter blessings to you. I am excited to announce to you today the beginning of some important work for us in the days and months to come. I invite every Episcopalian in our diocese to participate in a new strategic visioning process between now and our next annual convention in November of 2023. Even before I was elected to serve as your bishop, as I read and heard about this diocese, I knew God was calling this place and this people to dream big as we look to the future. Since those earliest days, much has changed. We've transformed the ways we gather since the COVID-19 pandemic. We received the decision of the South Carolina Supreme Court regarding the property disputes that arose during a time of schism. Some of those properties now have active Episcopal congregations in them, which we have welcomed back into the diocesan fold. We know, too, that some of our congregations continue to face the reality of not having a permanent home. Much has changed, and yet a great deal continues on as before. Week after week, you gather faithfully to love God and to love your neighbors. You continue to be courageous and adaptable in responding to the needs of the world and the needs of your worshiping communities. I have gotten to know you, from the small town and rural congregations that make an outsized impact in their communities, to our strong, historically marginalized African American communities, to the large parishes along our coast, and the vital institutions that we minister alongside, like Bishop Gadsden and Voorhees University. I have sensed, and other leaders among you have sensed as well, that in the midst of change, it is time to look to the future. It's time to ask the question, what is God calling us to? And who is God calling us to be as the Diocese of South Carolina in the next phase of our life together? It is time to come together to discern where the Spirit is leading, to define some priorities and goals for our shared ministry as we begin anew in building the beloved community in this time and this place. To tell you more about the work ahead of us, let me introduce you to a few key leaders in the strategic visioning process. First, our consultant in this process, Ms. Katie Ong. Katie is a skilled and experienced leader in helping other institutions and dioceses across the Episcopal Church create their own plans, and we are thrilled to have her join us. Katie?
Thank you, Bishop. My name is Katie Ong, and I am the consultant who's working with the strategic visioning team. And the approach to this visioning is to really hear the voices from everyone across the diocese. This is your plan and your vision, and we want to hear from you. So the first phase of the work is hearing your voices. We're doing these series of listening sessions and asking you some questions and getting your responses about what you think is important and your vision for the future. The next phase, we will be working on a new mission and vision statement for the diocese, and we will take what we've learned through these listening sessions and other conversations about the vision for the diocese and put together a mission and vision statement. And we will also learn what the priorities are through this session, and from those priorities, we will come up with some goals and then some initiatives to meet those goals. And that will be done through a series of working teams. So we'll be inviting more people into the process to work with our visioning team and talk about what they want to happen, what are your ideas, what goals do you have, and figure out ways to make that happen. And then we will be sharing all that information with the leadership to get their feedback and then present the final recommendations to diocesan convention later this year. I'm grateful to be working very closely with the two leaders of the strategic visioning team, Deb Harris and Ray Sabalis, who will share some more information on the upcoming listening sessions.
Thank you, Katie. I'm Ray Sabalis from Christchurch, Denmark. I'm going to tell you about the upcoming listening sessions. We will be holding 10 listening sessions on Zoom in May and early June, both for our deaneries and for certain particular affinity groups, like the returning congregations, the diocesan institutions, and those communities that have been historically marginalized. Members of the visioning team will be facilitating and keeping notes of the discussion, and we will be using the input we receive from you to draft a vision recommendation that will be presented to the leadership bodies and the annual convention. You can find the listening session schedule and Zoom link on the Strategic Visioning webpage on the diocesan website. Please plan to attend one of these sessions. This process depends on you and your perspective. Now you'll hear from Deb about the visioning team.
Thank you, Ray. I'm Deb Harris, and I'm a member of Holy Cross Faith Memorial Episcopal Church in Pawleys Island. And I want to let you know a little bit about what our visioning team consists of. The visioning team is made up of 12 lay members of the Diocese of South Carolina. They represent each deanery, and the group is diverse in terms of age, race, gender, and orientation, as well as their experience of the diocese. Some have been around for a long time and have occupied other leadership positions. Others are relative newcomers and bring fresh perspectives and experiences from other parts of the church. Their names and congregations are listed on our Strategic Visioning webpage. I am grateful to each and every one of them for their willingness to serve. Speaking of service, there are yet more ways for you to be involved. While we hope you will plan to attend a listening session or two, we will also be forming some working groups in the days ahead to make our vision and define some concrete plans and goals for the next chapter. If you are interested in serving on one of these groups, please contact us and let us know. We have our email addresses on the webpage, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Thank you, Deb, Ray, and Katie. You've got a lot of exciting work ahead. The Reverend Canon Ryan Curry will serve as the liaison to the strategic visioning process from my staff, and you're welcome to contact him directly with any logistical questions you might have. A big thank you to other staff members who are providing additional support, especially Andrea McKellar, Canon for Finance and Administration, and Molly Hamilton, Communications Director. This is a group effort, and our number one goal is that everyone in the diocese will have a chance to make their voice heard as we define our new strategic vision. I ask your prayers for this effort. God's blessings to you, to your loved ones, and to your congregations in this Easter season.